brothers and sisters. Heavy day today. Oh, I just want to let you know, pray for me, brothers and sisters. I'm not well today. I don't know what's been going on. Oh, for a week now, and as you know, it's been quite a considerable time I've been not well, probably since I started this channel. Hey ho, because that's the subject we're on this morning. The biggest thing Satan achieved was to make the world believe he doesn't exist. This is my notes, what it is. I've just been doing my quiet time and seeing what the Lord has prompted me to do and seeing what things are coming out of me, to be honest with you. And also, what is my purpose in this, my commission to do, this YouTube commission, this channel, to which I just want to thank everybody who is involved with this channel. Amazing people, amazing warriors of God involved with this channel, sending intel and support in every sense of the word. But let's just take a little snippet. I'm looking off my notes. Let's take a little snippet. Deception, it comes in by deception. Into believe, we think everything's just, we just don't think he's there. We think, where's it coming from? Where's hop tunes, we call it, or I forget what you, Halloween, or the Americans call it trick or treat, don't they, you guys? Where did it come from? What's the purpose of dressing up as vampires and all that? Where is it coming from? Who planted seeds in our minds? Satan and his demons. That's where it came from. But we dress our kids up and we think nothing of it. Well, let's just look at the famous celebs. They were promised. I've been a musician and I lived as a young man thinking I could make money out of this. That's where it all starts. And you can then be tricked. And how many times have we thought we'll pursue something thinking it can make me money, give me an easier life? Satan. So how many famous celebs have died recently? Eh? How many have died recently? The big ones. Michael Jackson, Prince, Mariah Carey. Name them all. Name them all. There's lots died. The promise is over. They've not achieved anymore. When they're standing up on stage like gods, they're standing up like gods controlled with Satan. That's all it is. And we know about the demonic stuff they've gone through. Michael Jackson talking about people coming for him. You know, many celebrities have gone. Their appearances changing. They're making the Illuminati signs. They're well and truly trapped. You know, they have sold themselves for money. But that's not what I'm on about today. That's happened. These are just what I'm saying to look at. You know, he's been on a quest since Genesis 6, when he already tried to reverse engineer human DNA to spoil God's creation, is the best way I can describe it. Now, we'll go on to that. And he's not ceased. Of course, he's not ceased. And in this end time, because that's what we're in, it's increased. His ferocity has increased to change, to win over the DNA of humankind to spoil God's plan. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but there's a reason. And if we look, we know that Satan really thinks he can defeat God at Armageddon. So are we involved in this? If we're stupid enough to be involved in this, I don't know. I'm just making awareness here this morning. More mankind welcomed him in then, in Genesis 6, and are increasingly doing so in these end times. Increasingly doing so. Demons have conned governments and wealthy more so in these end times. You know, we talk about, I don't want to rattle on about them, but they're making mind-controlling technology. They're experimenting, they're paying and sponsoring experiments to make other creatures, and oh man, it's a con, isn't it? It's a con. So, but it's obvious, is what I'm saying. It's obvious. Why is it not obvious to the masses? Why do the masses not want to know? Why do they continue doing the things they do? Let me go over. But you know, going back to the laboratories, we don't know what's going on fully in CERN. We don't know what's going on in the depths of the laboratories of this planet and the dark side of the planet. But we know that governments, and now it's become more and more obvious that governments have bowed down to Satan. Governments have bowed down to his demons. and invited them in. We know Area 1, we don't know what's going on in Area 51 or in the deep place. I can't think of the name of it now. It's called, I don't know, you'll know. But other places where the deeper you go, the more important you are and the more you're allowed to know. What is it called? Ladies and gentlemen, leave it in the comments. You know what the bunker. We don't know what's going on there, but it has been, people have come out of there saying that they've agreed to, that they have Nephilim down there, which is the demonic in Genesis 6, in the book of Enoch, Noah's grandfather, who wrote 3 books. We know that Nephilim were the ones that tried to reverse engineer mankind, had they tried to spoil God's creation. Let me just get it right. This is not new. If you just jumped on this channel, this is not new. This is not preached in churches, and it should be preached in church. The whole exposure of satanic movements and Satan should be fought against by the Christian. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're influencing the churches. They're influencing it with prosperity ministry, and pastors have learned to become wealthy off donations, and it's there. He's in it. Satan is in it. You know, I going back 30 years, I was sitting at one pastor said, you know, demonic could even be sitting with us in this pew. That was 30 years ago. Well, it's better, it's worse than that now. And I'm not saying don't go to churches. I don't dismiss all churches, you know. The churches must profess that Jesus Christ is the Lord and that he's alive, you know, today and active, because we need the Spirit. We're not religious people, we're spiritual people. But how does he affect the masses? More so, I mean, the 60s ushered it in more so than others. Other than that, was hidden. It just made it more public. But offered sex, booze, drugs, all these get-out clauses to make their life easy, hitting the teenagers with it. All this might be instant fun, but you're in a plan to be brought down to hell, because it's instigated by Satan, the one who says he has got everybody to believe he doesn't exist. He's the one who wants you. You're not going to be around 70, 80 years. If you're lucky, 100 years. Your life is so short and compared to eternity. It's a very urgent message to know where you're going. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I was distracted there. The wife's just come home, and I'm just parked in the drive. But it's fine. But he's not slowly but rapidly increasing. I have friends that are on drugs. No, I mean prescription drugs for depression, and I've never seen so much mental illness and depression in this world as there is today. And of course they're feeding it with big pharma, the drugs, who it's money, money, money pour out. It's Satan. Do it, do it, do it. I have to control these people. To eventually he will, if not already has, developed a creature that he can introduce into the world, which we know one is coming who will perform miracles. So that is written in Revelation. So he's getting together the plan of the finish and the final Armageddon, which he thinks he can win. I know he's got no chance of winning, but God has a plan to prove to mankind, who he loves dearly, that he's in control. And I'm sorry if you think, well, why doesn't he do it now? God is a God of eternity. A day is like 1,000 years to God. There is no time in heaven. We can't put ourselves on his time scale. So brothers and sisters and people walking in and opening up this channel, wake up. Wake up. Have you ever been happy with alcohol? Have you ever been happy with sex, unless it's in a lovely environment with your wife? Have you ever had a long relationship, or has sex destroyed you with many relationships over and over again? Have you had an abortion? Have you killed a child, that is? Because of it's not your fault. It's the deception of Satan, who's hidden behind many things, who's brought you to this point, is what I'm trying to say. I don't condemn anyone, because I have not personally had the best, perfect life either. I've been through it all. I could be accused by anybody here of being a sinner, because I am, but I am saved. And that's what we're getting into at the end of this message. How do you get out of it? You get out of it, firstly, by trusting in Jesus Christ. He is your only way out. I say that serious. There is no other God, no other way to God but through Jesus Christ. And you'll have to trust me with that, because the other deception is religion has flooded the world with at least 3,000 known religions, all of which will take you off track. Urgent message this morning. All will take you off track, and you've got to decide which one is the right one. Well, I'll tell you two things. Christianity is God searching for man, not man searching for God. Christianity is a relationship with your God, the God. It's a relationship through the Spirit. It doesn't follow other men. You don't need a pastor, priest, vicar, anything like that. You don't need to go to church, although the right church is helpful. You need a relationship with God. So how do you get it? Well, do you know what? He made it easy. So easy, he said, that I will be the cornerstone they will trip on, or they will fall on. It's this. This is one example. Confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead. Now, by your outward confession, the demons will quake. Because I'll tell you what your future will be in God. To be a royal son of the Most High, a brother with Jesus. I say them words, but I don't feel worthy to be that. I'd be happy to be anything but not in hell. But he's taken you on to be something bigger than I can explain. It's your future forever. For where I've sat in the company of God for 10,000 years, I'll be no nearer the end than I was at the beginning. Now, are you prepared to put your little 70, 80 or 90 years of life as a test? Are you prepared to give that up to Satan and go to hell? Now, Jesus spoke more about hell than anybody else in the Bible. Anybody else in the Bible. Hell is real. Satan is very real. It was made for Satan by God. Let's not mess with God, because when you stand in front of him to be judged, and you will, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord, whether you like it or not. You won't have choices. When a deemster or judge, deemster in this land, judge convicts you of something, you serve the time. God, when he convicts, you will serve the time. And hell is forever. Ever. No perjury, no getting out. That's a lie of Satan as well, so that you can carry on getting tricked by him through life. Anyway, that was heavy, wasn't it? It's just, that's what you get for taking time off. I'm sitting here in my warm woolly shirt. But I just want to say, if you need to know more, please leave a comment. Please visit the website. There'll be a link. Please talk to the people on this channel, because we have great people on this channel, really, really solid Christians who follow me. I know, because I talk to them all the time, and they're fantastic, and they will not see you perish. They'll spend time with you. They'll encourage you, because to them, you're their victory in Christ. They want to please the Father. They want to please the Father more than I do. Some of them are real warriors, honestly. So please contact us. Please get to know God. Please get to know Jesus. Please open your mouth and start the ball rolling. For he's on the door knocking. You've just got to open it. That's the difference between us and anything else, and God and anything else. But I'll just leave you with that and say, may God bless you and keep you. Make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you this day and evermore. God bless.